so that you can go ahead and ask your questions. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, welcome all. My name is Vikas, and let me take 2 minutes to introduce myself. So my name is Vikas. I work as a senior cloud architect in one of the big 4 companies here in Bangalore. I have overall 13 years of IT experience on, I have worked on cloud technologies like AWS, GCP, Azure. I have worked on DevOps technologies like Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, Git, Jenkins. When I started my career, I started as a Java developer. Then I did a Python development for a bit amount of time. And then I moved to this domain from last 6 to 7 years. In this duration of 13 years, I have built some websites. I have done some online gaming applications, data engineering, migration of on-prem applications to cloud. This kind of work is what I have done. I'm passionate about teaching and would like to share the knowledge which I have gathered over the years, the first-hand experience which I gained with the clients while I work for them. I would like to share it with you. So again, welcome all, and let's get started. Now, when we get started, we see this entire training has been divided into 3 phases. So we start with Linux or shell scripting. The basics of Linux and shell scripting is what we concentrate on. Then we concentrate on AWS, and then we move towards DevOps. So there are 3 modules or 3 major modules which we see here. Now, when I say DevOps, I say the era has changed. Why should I say the era has changed? Because the way we work has changed. Think of a scenario. So 5 years back from now, 10 years back from now, when you used to go to get a passport size photograph, what you will do, you will get the photo clicked, and then the person will say, come after 5 days. And then you will come after 5 days to collect your photograph. But nowadays, you instantly get your photograph within 5 minutes. So if the world around me is changing, why not software development? Now, I understand there will be few people who will be joining from a non-technical domain. So let me just let you know what we do in our IT industry. So if I have to simply say, what are we doing in our IT industry? So I will say, this is what I do in my IT industry. So I design or I develop softwares. Now, to develop a software, it needs a skill and experience to develop a software. So in my example, let me say I have a client, and the client got a contract to distribute COVID-19 vaccines. Okay, so this guy has a requirement. He comes with his requirement to me and he says, I need a website which will allow my users to book slots for vaccine. Once the slot is booked, they can do payment, and it should be easy to use. And on top of this, he talks about security, he talks about quality, and he talks about time to market, means how quickly can you develop and give it to me. So this is something which has changed in the recent days. Clients ask for the software to be ready within weeks. They're not going to give you months. They want the software to be ready within weeks. Then as a solution architect, I will start with the designing part. I will go ahead, design, say, okay, this is how your application will look like. This is the coding language which you're going to use. This is the time frame which we need, and these are the commercials. Once the design is agreed upon, we start with the development work. When we say development, my developers will start writing the code. Let me say it's a Python code or a Java code or a .NET code, whatever it is. The code will be written and then it will be shared with the client. Now, I will do unit testing. The client will do system testing, integrated testing, or UAT testing. And then once everything is ready, I will go ahead and deploy it to my prod servers, where it will start executing. And from there, the maintenance will start, where my production support engineers will monitor the application. So be any project, this is how we do our work. Now, what has changed? So I told time to market, quality, security. So these are the 3 features which have changed. So earlier, before this change, we used to develop softwares, but we used to develop by waterfall methodology. When we say waterfall methodology, here we used to have monolithic applications, means big software, and on one single server, we are installing everything. Then we had physical servers. We used to buy hardwares, and we had our own in-house data centers. But it was time consuming and not very good. So the scenario was something like this: a good amount of time in design, a good amount of time in coding, testing, and deploying. And hence, the customer was not happy with this way of working. So now customer says, fine, I'm not going to deal with waterfall model. Let me walk ahead or tell me go ahead. So when the customer goes ahead, I go to agile methodology or scrum methodology, where the same monolithic application I break into small pieces. And each piece I pick up in one sprint and I deliver it to the client. Now I'm not using physical servers, rather I am using virtual machines and I am using hosted environment. Once this is done, things have changed. Code test, code test, code test. So at the end of the sprint, I'm able to deliver things faster, but still there is a gap. One of the gap which we very frequently see is that my this this is the gap which I see. So as a developer, I know everything about development, but the same is not true with operations. The operations guy or the person who is sitting on the support side, he doesn't know what is happening here. Similarly, my tester does not know what is happening in coding side. Similarly, the security guy does not know what is happening in testing side. So we are working as a team, but we are working in silos. And that's where the problem rises. Now, as a developer, when I develop the code and push it to prod environment, the production support engineer says, hey, take it back, it is failing, because he doesn't know why it is failing. When I take the code back and I test in my dev environment, it is working fine. I again push it back and say it is working fine. And then both of them start fighting. Now, if this fight continues, we suffer. More than us, our clients suffer. So we say this is a wall of confusion. So next we go to the modern methodology of working, which is DevOps. When I say DevOps, it is an integration of development and operations. And here I'll be using microservices. When I say microservices, small components which can work independently and also can be integrated together. Then I start talking about Docker containers. I start talking about Kubernetes. I start talking about cloud. Now, if I implement this methodology, I can code, test, deploy, code, test, deploy. So the movement of the code to the production is very, very fast. If you want to just have some numbers, Amazon, Google, Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, these are some giants in our IT industry who do the deployment like 5,500 times in a day, 23,000 times in a day, 500 times in a day. So you can see how things are changing. Now, because these customers or IT companies are able to make changes fast, they're able to satisfy their customers. So overall, I am seeing happy customers. So now, if somebody has to let me know what are the benefits of DevOps, so I can see DevOps gives me a lot of benefits, like the updates which go to the production environment is faster, user experience is better, failures are limited, quality is good, product delivery is good, it is cost saving, shorter development lifecycle, efficient, reliable. So net companies are getting profited like anything. When companies get profited, they obviously pass on the profit to us, and people who are working on DevOps domain are also getting profited. Now, I talked so much about DevOps, but I never told what is DevOps. So DevOps is a cultural change. So when I say cultural change, so it is the way you think and it is the way you operate. Now let me say, you might have seen a cricket match. So in a cricket match, there will be a specialist bowler, specialist batsman, specialist wicketkeeper, but there are all-rounders who can bat, ball, and do everything what is required. Similarly, in our IT industry today, we need these all-rounders. And these all-rounders are nothing but my DevOps engineers. DevOps engineers who can code if required, who can write test scripts if required, do production support, do deployment, do security aspect. So these things is what is required of a DevOps engineer. So a DevOps engineer is one who will have this cultural change in the mind, who will think about automation. How can I make things fast? Because the client is asking me to deliver the product faster. Then how to use tools and implement their best practices so that my work becomes faster. And then how to bring agility in my work. So when I say agility, how quickly can you adapt to the changing environment? Customer has changed the requirement. how quickly can you adapt and develop the software as per the changed requirement. So this is DevOps for me. It's a cultural change and a process where you are continuously improving the software. So if I show DevOps, this is how DevOps look like. It is an integration of development, testing, and IT operation. But I will take it a step ahead and I will say it is not DevOps alone, it is DevSecOps. So any application without security is of no use. So here I integrate development, security, application delivery, and IT operations, and I keep security in my mind. So I am talking about DevSecOps. Now, how is this training going to be different from any other training? Now, this training will be completely hands-on oriented. So 80 to 90% of the content in this training will be hands-on. It means that we will focus more on the hands-on part. So from day one, we get our hands dirty, and it will be a project oriented training. And when I say project oriented training, it is not a hello world project which we are working with. We will be working with a full scale project at enterprise level, so that whenever you have any doubt or whenever you have any questions, you can work on it and implement yourself. So it is like, I will be there, I will be doing the project along with you, but I'll give you a free hand where you can implement things as your own. This implementation will give you ample amount of confidence and ample amount of knowledge. Not only this, you can put these projects in your resume. So if you say that I am having 5 years of experience, you can tweak your experience like 3+2, 3 years in old technology and 2 years in new technology. If you're a fresher, you can say I am a trained fresher. If you come from a non-technical background, you can say that I have a training on these tools, these subject, and this is what my knowledge is. So whenever you go for the interview, you are not simply saying that I know DevOps, the full form of DevOps is this, the full form of S3 is this. So we are not talking about theoretical classes or just PDF, ebooks and all. No, I will be concentrating majorly on the hands-on part, because companies want you to do hands-on. Companies, when you go for an interview, they will ask, tell me the real challenges you have faced. Tell me the day-to-day activity which you do in the project. Tell me how did you solve the challenges which you faced in work. So this can only happen if you start working on a real-time project. So this is how my training is different from other guys. I'm not a full-time trainer. I'm a working professional. I deal with clients, I deal with users, customers, and then from there, I gain the first-hand experience and I will help you to bridge this gap. So there is a huge demand of quality DevOps engineers. So when I say DevOps engineers, there is a huge demand of quality DevOps engineer. Every third guy, he will go to YouTube or some channel and he will see some videos and he will say, I'm a DevOps engineer. But then when he goes to the interview platform, he's not able to crack the interview. Why? Because he doesn't have that real-time expertise. He knows what is a tool, but how to integrate that tool, how to troubleshoot that tool, how to work with that tool in a real-time environment is what he doesn't know, and hence he is rejected. Okay, so my focus will be totally on giving you a hands-on oriented training. As I say, I am showing you that there is a huge demand of quality DevOps engineers in the market. When I say quality DevOps engineers, engineers who have the working experience. So as per this study, which was done somewhere around 2021, it says that if today companies are spending $4 billion on DevOps, by 2026, like 3-4 years from now, they will be spending around 5 times of what they're spending. What does it mean? That there will be ample opportunities for people like us to get into this domain and get a job, high paying job. So if you invest your time and money, it is definitely going to be fruitful. Now, the question is it that simple for me to go ahead and grab an opportunity, or is it difficult for me to learn DevOps? So to learn DevOps, you need a structured learning platform, a person who is experienced enough to tell you what is what. He should be good enough to tell you the real-time scenarios, how to work, how to face problems, how to face the challenges. So in this training, we will be focusing on this. So we start with a programming or a scripting language. So there are many people who come from a non-technical background. They say, sir, I don't know programming. Don't worry, I will teach you. So there are many of us who will not know programming or they are scared of coding, but there is nothing to be like that. You can learn, everybody learns. Somebody has learned when he was in a college, you will learn after having 10 years of non-IT or IT experience. So there is no prerequisite here. You learn and I will teach you. So we start from the scratch and I will make sure that you learn when you go ahead with these classes. So first we learn a programming language like Java or Python. We learn scripting language like shell scripting, Groovy scripting, and YAML scripting. Okay. Then we learn a version control tool like Git. We learn a build automation tool like Ansible. We learn a configuration management tool like Ansible, build automation tool like Maven, CICD tool like Jenkins, test automation tool like Selenium JUnit, logging monitoring tool like Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter, database like MySQL and MongoDB, containerization tool like DevOps, like Docker, container orchestration tool like Kubernetes, and cloud computing environment like AWS. So this entire project will be done on cloud environment, which is AWS for me. As I told you, if you are a beginner, if you are a fresher, if you are a person with non-technical background, don't worry, there is no prerequisite. I will start from the very beginner or the basic level. I don't know what your background is. So I start from the basic. I will bring all the students to one level and then I will start the actual classes. So as a beginner, I teach you the basic concepts. Then I take you to the practitioner level where I move one level up. Then I go to proficient level where I again move one level up. And finally, you become a champ where you know how to work with this CI/CD pipeline and all those work. Now, when you jump into this DevOps world, you will see there are many tools, but there's no requirement that you should learn all the tools. Moreover, it is not possible also to learn all the tools. So what I have done is I have built a project around all the major tools which are available in the market, and we will be doing this project along with you. So here we learn Linux. We start with Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Ansible, Maven, Docker, Docker Hub, Kubernetes, Helm, Docker Swarm, Prometheus Grafana, Nexus, SonarQube, Terraform for infrastructure as a tool. And we do all these things on AWS environment. So with this, you get ample amount of experience. Once you are done with the training, you will be fully aware of the roles and responsibilities of a DevOps engineer. You will be able to manage the CI/CD pipeline, write CI/CD pipeline scripts, write delivery pipeline scripts, do server-side scripting, and monitor the servers for its performance. So you can work at any scale. So this is a complete CI/CD pipeline where you have CI process and CD process. So CI is continuous integration and CD is continuous deployment. So I will teach you what is that, but you will be in a very good position to understand all these things and work in a enterprise level company. Now, once this is done, there is something called AWS. Now, AWS is the game changer. Now, because of AWS, there is a buzzword which is coming everywhere. So you will see everybody talking about cloud, cloud, cloud. So let's understand what is this cloud. So one very good example is now we are connected to each other. So let me say you are here sitting somewhere on your hometown. So let me say you are somewhere in Bangalore and you have your network provider, and then you are connected to this Zoom server or GoToMeeting server. Now I am also connected here. So there are many people who are connected here. How they are connected? They are connected over their internet, and that is happening because we are having this server. So when we talk about server is something which comes with big CPU, big RAM. So net, it comes with a big amount of cost, right? Now, think of a startup company. Now, before going into AWS and all those things, think, why do we need cloud? And why is everybody talking about cloud? So think from the perspective of a startup company. Now, as a startup company, I'm a company, I'm a very small company, I am selling pizza. That's it. Now I want to go online. Now, because I want to go online, earlier I had to buy a web server, a server which is costly. So I need money to buy the servers. Suppose I somehow manage to get the money and buy the servers. I need people who will monitor the application and who will maintain the servers for me. I will need people from security and traffic who will maintain the servers for me. So net, I'm not concentrating on my business. Rather, I'm concentrating on the IT infra management. That's why many companies used to fail. So it is very similar to you want one packet of milk daily, but you have to buy a full dairy for that. Or you need 100 unit of electricity on a monthly basis, but you have to put a power plant for that. So it was something like that. So this is what we are trying to change. And the second problem which we were facing here is that we have ample amount of data. When we talk about data, the data with which we are dealing with right now has changed. It is huge. There is a tsunami of data. The volume is huge. And the data is not SQL data. It is semi-structured or unstructured data. Now, when I get this much amount of data, I need to know how to store it, how to process it, how to analyze it and get a meaningful result out of that. So this is problem number 2. So here comes the solution, which is cloud. Cloud says, doesn't matter where you are. You can be at your data center. You can be at your home. You can be anywhere. You can be in your office. Just you need an internet connectivity and I will connect you to the cloud. And on this cloud, you can store your data, you can process your data, and you can access your data anytime. With cloud, I get a lot of benefits. One of the most important benefit I see is pay as you go. So you don't have to do any investment on servers. It is very secure, it is highly available, and it is very easy to maintain. So net, most of the companies in this world are moving towards cloud. So these are the few companies who are using the services of AWS, like Vodafone, Shell, HTC, Samsung. You have Tata Motors, you have Thomson Reuters, you have Unilever, Nokia, Philips, Schneider. So basic thing is that I get opportunity to work with these many companies. Now, when I talk about cloud, we generally talk about public cloud. And in public cloud, I have 3 major players. One is Azure, GCP, and AWS. Out of this, AWS is the market leader and has more than 50% of the market share. So if I get trained in AWS, it is very likely to get a job. And even if I don't get job on AWS, I can easily switch my career into Microsoft Azure and GCP because the services are more or less same. So it is very similar. So if I learn how to drive a Honda car, I also learn how to drive a Tata. I also know how to drive a Maruti. So in that context, the little bit gear system can be here and there, the clutch and all can be here and there, but net all are same. So you learn one cloud provider and the others will simply follow. So when I talk about AWS, I should know the definition. So the definition for AWS will be that it is a secure cloud service platform that offer compute power, database storage, content delivery, and all other functionalities that my business needs to scale and grow. So it is a business oriented product. And that's why companies are using it, getting benefited, and they are using more and more. So if somebody says, tell me what is cloud, you can show this diagram. This diagram talks about the cloud, all the features which are available on cloud. What you need, simply connect yourself to the internet and that's it. Your work is done. So you don't have to install anything on your local machine. For our training, what we will do is we'll create a free account with AWS and we will do all the work on that free account. Now, again, the same thing. It is a hands-on oriented training where I will make use of this 30+ services and build a project around that. So there will be 2 major projects, one on DevOps side, one on AWS side. Both will be big enough to put in your resume and portray your skills. I'm not talking about minor projects and hello world projects. Then once you're done with the training, you will be in a very good position to clear any certification at this level. Okay. Now let me say I like design. I don't like coding. I like design. So I can go with solution architect, associate level. I like DevOps. I want to make career there. So I can go with SysOps. I am a developer. I am very good at coding. I will go with developer associate. So this training will help you to clear any certification at this level. Okay, your choice, whichever you want. But it is not mandatory to get certified. It is good to have, but not mandatory. Yes, if you are having experience, then it is good that you get certified because then companies take you seriously. If you are a fresher just trying to make a career here, then it is not mandatory, good to have. Okay, like that. So few highlights, which I will again repeat. First, hands-on oriented training. Second, it will be a good hands-on oriented training where you get ample amount of experience, ample amount of exposure to all major services of AWS and DevOps. You can put this on your resume. I will help you with resume preparation where I will tell you how to prepare your resume. Then I will conduct some mock interviews. I will give you some scenario-based questions which you can practice and can use when you're going for interview. Then I will also assist you with placement where I have students, like I have been teaching students. So I have like 10,000 students, at least at this point of time. 90% of them are placed and doing good in their career. So many times I'm in touch with them. So they will say, sir, in my company, I have 4 openings, or in my company, I have 5 openings. Can you please refer some of your students? So I will just refer you, and via employee referral, you will easily get a job. But that is also not required. You can very well go to Google and just type AWS and DevOps. You will see these are the top 2 trending technologies in this IT world right now. And there are n number of job opportunities which are available. So on this note, I will close my session right now and I will open it for questions. So I will want that you should go one by one. In case you see your question is already answered or not answered, put it on the chat window. I will take it from there. So guys, now I have opened it. You can go ahead and ask your questions. So I can see Kishore. Kishore, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead, man.
Hello.
Yeah, Kishore, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, Kishore, I'm able to hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Kishore. I am a pharma working professional, working about 15 years in pharma industry as a quality control assistant manager. Since I want to change the sector, whether it is right time to change to this particular way, whether the cloud or DevOps, what you are saying.
Definitely do it. There is no criteria, at least in IT industry, no age limit. The only thing is you should be ready to learn and ready to work. That's it. You will definitely be
whether the sector professionals or HR will accept my resume, because I'm different sector oriented. So
that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Even pharma sector uses cloud services. So they will want the domain knowledge which you have. So there are many companies who are willing to take folks like that.
Okay. So it's having a future career to me if I changed the domain and sector.
Yes, definitely it will help.
Are you sure? Because it is a career aspect. For that only I am very
I have seen many students.
nowhere I'm getting an answer.
So I have many students who have changed their domain. They were from BPO domain, they were from banking domain, and they have come here and they have done good. I know people who were from oil and gas. They were working in companies like Vedanta and all. They have come to IT and they are doing good. So I have seen many. The only thing is whether you are ready to put that effort or not. If you're ready to put that effort,
I am very much adaptable. I can adopt any type of technology, but right now I'm scratch zero.
It's okay. That's no problem. So you should be ready to learn. The industry will provide you opportunities to grow. Yes, there are opportunities.
Yeah, thank you. Only this question is the very big question in my mind. If I had the answer, I want to change and migrate my sector from pharma to IT sector.
Yes, definitely you can do that.
So thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. This is Kalyan.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking for to do the AWS certification.
Yes.
Is the course provide me to do certification or the content I can do?
Yes, I can do. I told you that definitely you can go for the certification. So there are 2 ways. If you directly want to do the certification, I'll give you the dumps. You go ahead and do the certification. Done. But then certification will only count if you are able to answer the questions. You know what is what. So if I tell you that is Lambda,
yes.
so you should know how Lambda works.
Okay, good.
So yes, this training will help you to get certified. And this is what I told some time back.
Hi, because I want to do AWS solution architect. And one more thing, you said some tools like Grafana, Prometheus, and you said you will do with the real-time project. Can
Yes.
you help? Can you explain here the what is the project is actually?
What is the project? I showed you the CICD pipeline. I'll create the CICD pipeline from scratch.
Yes, you'll make that, because actually I actually, to say you genuine, I have joined something else in before, but I didn't satisfied with that one.
Man,
So actually,
then see, you do one thing. You join 2, 3 classes, 4 classes, 5 classes. When you're convinced, then only do the payment. Else
no,
don't
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no. No, not like that. I actually, before joining, before going to that, I want to know just the what is the project related. Means what a project, what is the project, which is the project, means what are the things you are going to do.
Okay, so I'll ask the coordinator to get in touch with you. The previous session or the previous batch which we have completed, that recording he will share with you. So there you will exactly come to know what all things we are doing.
Okay, okay,
Ask him to share the
really
recording.
helped me, because
Yeah.
I'm really enthusiastic, and one more thing to say, your explanation was really good.
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have one like.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Hello.
man. Go ahead.
Yeah, just is there any difference between AWS DevOps and Azure DevOps? Like when
Azure
we do,
DevOps is
like,
different.
just
Azure
just
DevOps is different. Azure
let me
DevOps
complete
has
my
different
let me
tools.
complete my.
See,
So like
wait.
when I'm learning with AWS DevOps, so after that I want to move to Azure DevOps, for
It is
example.
possible.
It is possible, right? Is the
I will tell
concept
you.
is same, right? Concept is same, right?
Concept is same. Concept, the basic concept of all the cloud is same, but there is something called proprietor issues. So they cannot copy paste everything. So there will be slight differences. I told you, right? It is like
Yes,
if you
yes,
learn how to drive a Yamaha bike, you will also know how to drive a Pulsar. You will also know how to drive a Hero Honda, but they are not exact replica of each other. The work they will do same, but they are not exact replica of each other. That is what happens in IT.
so we can, but
also.
we can move, right? We can migrate to some, like,
Yes,
we can.
definitely.
Thanks.
Definitely. Niharika, you can go, man. You can go next.
Hi, Vikas. Venkat here.
Yeah.
My name. So from my end, I have like a little bit knowledge about AWS, and now I'm preparing for scripting level actually. So you guys will teach like real time scripting, or from scratch onwards you will try?
See, we start from scratch, okay? And we will give you all the real-time knowledge. So this duration will be some 60 to 70 hours, where we start from the beginner level and we take you to the expert level.
Okay. Because I started in YouTube actually. It was like a 40, 45 videos is there for scripting, at least the scripting for shell scripting only. So that's why I want to check like.
No. I am not planning to make you a Linux administrator. This course is not for Linux administrator. So there will be no 40, 50 videos. There will be 2 to 3 classes on shell scripting, 2 to 3 classes on Linux. The basic of Linux which you need for DevOps, I will teach you that much only.
Okay.
So the guy who is giving 50 videos on shell scripting is basically giving you a different training altogether.
Real time is enough, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Vikas. This is Vikas.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Vikas this side.
Yeah, please go ahead, man.
Actually, I have just currently I joined a company, switched from telecom domain.
Okay.
And but I'm not satisfied with that in protocol testing, LT protocol testing. So I just want to change in this AWS. Is it good for me, or what is the?
Yes, definitely, man. See, I'm saying there is a huge demand here, at least in AWS and DevOps. There are people who are looking for quality DevOps engineers, quality AWS engineers. If you have the skill, you are more than welcomed in this market.
Yeah, actually, I want to compare between the LT protocol testing and this. Which one is better for me?
Testing for me has no scope, because once automated testing will come into picture, all the manual testers will have to leave their job. So it is now only and only about moving ahead. So if you want to go back to testing, nobody can help. But if you move ahead, the career is good.
Okay. I mean, so what are the perspective of salary in that?
Number of years into 3 you can expect. So if you have 6 years experience, you can expect 18 plus salary.
In starting package means, and my previous organization's experience, it will be countable or not?
Yes, it can be counted. So if you have 5 years of experience, you can put it as 3 plus 2. So it will be counted.
Okay, it will be counted. Means totally I have 6.5 years of experience, and how I will show in this
you can
new
keep it as
resume?
4 plus 2.5.
4 plus 2.5 means in the current scenario I will show
4 in your previous technology, 2.5 in your
current
in your DevOps and AWS.
they will verify the companies also, na? Means
Nothing like that. So no company, when they give you a relieving letter, they say that you have worked as a tester or you have worked as a developer. They only say that you worked in my team or you have worked in my company. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And what is the duration of this course?
60 to 70 hours, approximately 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Okay. I'm totally expecting into 2.5 months is means after over this what we should do.
You will get ample amount of knowledge. You can put your resume in Naukri, LinkedIn and all, and you will get interview calls, give interview, get placed.
Okay. And means the salary hike from this my current package.
That's what I told. So whatever your salary, I don't know what your salary is, but if you're having 6.5 years of experience, you can expect a package of 20 plus, number of years into 3.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Vikas.
Yeah.
Hello. Chetan is here. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Chetan is here. Actually, just like previous, I am also from telecom domain, right? But I have a number of 5 years of experience in telecom domain. Right now, I am due to this pandemic, I left my job, and now I am on non-technical background since 1 year. So I can push my career towards the AWS. That's DevOps.
Yes, definitely.
So
yes, definitely.
how I can push myself?
3 plus 2. You put it as like 3 plus 2. Do the training, put your experience as 3 plus 2 and start looking for job. Crack the interview, go ahead.
Okay. Currently, I am working with RJL, right? Reliance Industries, but my work is non-technical work. Okay.
That can be managed. That can be managed.
Okay. Okay. Can you help for that also?
Yeah. The training institute will help you with that.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Vikas.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Eloraj.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I'm working past 4 years VMware with IT infrastructure. I want to move to DevOps. It is possible, sir?
Yes, why not possible? See, I don't understand this question. See, I am repeatedly saying, doesn't matter what domain you come from, doesn't matter how much year of experience you have. The only thing what I'm saying is, if you have a learning attitude, yes, you can make the difference. You can come here, you will see around you, there will be many people who are IT administrators, who are from BPO, who are from non-technical background. They did the training, right time, they moved to the cloud domain or AWS domain, and they are doing good. So I see many such people. So you can talk to your colleagues. There will be many such people. The only thing is whether you get a quality guidance or not. If you get the quality guidance, do you use that or not? If you use it, how efficiently you use it. If you're using it perfectly, there is no problem. I don't see any problem.
Okay. Sir, actually, in my domain now, VMware with Oracle DB, we are on with Linux. Actually, if I move to easily, or it will
take time. It will take time. It will take effort. There is nothing called easy. There is nothing called easy. You have to do the hard work. Just to grab a student, I will not say that you come and you get a job. No. If somebody who is in IT domain, he's working for 2 hours a day, you will have to spend 4 hours a day to practice. Then only you will be able to make it up. But in case you put that effort, definitely you will get the reward. That I'm 100% sure.
Okay, sir. At the future, AWS with the DevOps are best better, or Azure?
Azure, I don't know, man. Azure is not that great. For me, AWS is very good. You just go to Google, type AWS, see the market share. They are doing very good. AWS and DevOps is very, very good combination. Go ahead and see in Naukri, LinkedIn, anywhere you go and see, you will see that there are huge openings for AWS and DevOps.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more thing. Sir, you are teaching with AWS only or DevOps?
It will be AWS plus DevOps, but each module will be separate. So we start with Linux.
What is the package? Both it is, sir? Course package.
The cost and all, our coordinators will get in touch with you. They will tell you what is the cost.
It's everything is online training or
yes, everything is online. There is no
corporate training only.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Vikas.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, Vikas. Good evening.
Yes,
So I'm having total 2 years of experience. Okay. I'm into IT and the data warehouse. Okay. So only thing is like when you're saying, so people having experience of 4 years or 6 years, you can say like 3+2 or 4+2 you can keep. Okay. So when people are having experience with like me having 10 years or 8+, right? So how many years of experience we can put into?
You can put 2 to 3 years of experience, because at 12 years, the expectation is a little bit more. So I don't want you to put like 7 years or 6 years, because there the expectation is really, really very hard to take it. So you can put,
so we can put
2 to 3 years.
And like, so what additional things we need to learn when you are having more experience? Like
I will help you that we will deal separately. Cannot go with a broader audience, but I will help you separately on that.
Okay. And total, and what all things will be shared, along with this training? Videos or any other documents?
Everything,
or like
everything, videos, documents, class recordings, interview questions, scenario-based questions, resumes, then resumes, and then mock, dumps for certification.
And access to videos will be lifetime, right?
Lifetime. It will be Google Drive videos, which you get access to. You can download and keep it.
Okay. And one thing like, so regarding solutions architect and DevOps engineer, so this training will be covered only DevOps engineer, right?
No, everything is there. Everything is there. I showed you in the diagram. In fact, I'm sharing my screen right now also.
Yes.
At associate level, you can clear any certification. You can go for solution architect. You can go with developer associate. You can go with SysOps administrator, whichever you want.
Okay. So after this training, it's based on our individual choice, whether to go solution architect or dev.
Which track you want to take.
Okay. And just a doubt, like, so for fresher, right? So those who are just passed out, so what are the things they need after they completed this training?
See, after the training, just do one thing, just start applying for jobs. 1 interview, 2 interview, 3 interview, you will be aramse selected.
Okay, so certification is not required for freshers?
No, for freshers, not good to have, but not mandatory.
Okay. Okay, sure. Thanks a lot, Vikas.
Yep.
And just one more thing. What will be the timings of this training?
So there are 2 timings. Morning is 8 to 9 a.m. IST. And then the other one is evening, 7 to 8.
7 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, it will be week of on weekends and holidays.
Only weekdays, only weekdays. 5 days in a week.
Okay, 8 to 9, and the other one is 5 to 6.
7 to 8 evening.
But curriculum will be same, right? Let's say if I done today.
No, you stick to one batch. Shifting the batches will be difficult. Either join the morning or the evening, but shifting can become difficult because one batch may go at a different pace, the other batch may go at a different pace.
Okay, but for both the batches, you will be the trainer, right?
Yes, I'm going to train.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah. No. See, 2 to 3 years experience is good. So you are having 3 years of experience. Go ahead and say, I am having 3 years of experience in cloud. Switch. You will be able to find a job. Easy. Best. Yes, more opportunities, I will say. See, it is like a pyramid, right? Topmost position, you will need only 1 manager. Then at TL level, you will need 2 team leads. Then third level is senior software engineer, 4 or 5 senior software engineer. But when you come at down software engineer level, there will be more requirements. There will be 10 software engineers. So at bottom layer, the requirements are always on a higher side. Guys, anybody having any more questions?
Hi, Vikas. Chetan here again. Now I am totally zero knowledge about that. So can you explain it from beginning? right? Like basic things, all basic things of AWS and DevOps. Hello?
Everything will be covered from the very beginning. Yes.
Yes, okay, but because I don't have any knowledge about that.
No problem. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
And somebody has posted he has like 30 years of experience, so we will talk separately. Even I don't have that much experience, so we can talk separately on that. I have to like sit together and we have to talk. We can't take it like on a broader audience. So anyone having more than 15 years of experience, we will sit, talk, and we can discuss on that. How can you go ahead?
And because just a question, like how to interact with you, on one-to-one.
So one-to-one interaction will be there. Once you have done all the joining formalities, the coordinators will form a WhatsApp group. I will be there in the group. You will be there in the group. You can post this there in the group and we can talk. If you want to have one-to-one, we can have a phone call also. That can be managed.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine guys. So I'll drop now. We will meet once you have started the classes. See you then guys.